Please
Okay.
connect on stage. It's
Yeah,
there.
please. Okay, yeah. Can connect.
So we
Already
are
open.
doing at this moment stores. Is it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, how is your stores organized? Like you have a main warehouse, or how many warehouses you have?
We have only one warehouse with us.
Okay, you have one warehouse. So that is separated as a fabric warehouse separately, and a trim warehouse and general warehouse, or some.
We have a combined place for storing each and every item, but they
Okay,
are stored as segregatedly. Means
segregated.
yeah, means
Correct,
there
correct.
is a one place of fabric, one place of yarns, one place of other things.
Okay, so physically one location, one warehouse, but
Yes, physically one location is there.
virtually we will separate it as fabric warehouse and trim warehouse and general warehouse, and also garment warehouse. Garment warehouse is separate, or
Yes, it's a separate. It's separate.
it's separate. Okay. So what we'll do is in address module.
Hmm.
Actually, we are doing test DB. We'll have to do this on the main database also. Company,
Yes.
company, slow. So under company, you have at the top you can see warehouse.
Yes.
I'm clicking on warehouse. We already created a fabric warehouse. So we'll create another
Friends.
warehouse.
Okay.
So you can call it warehouse, or you can call it godown also.
Okay.
I'm saying general warehouse. If you want to say consumables or other items, you can say general
Yes.
warehouse.
Okay. No problem.
General warehouse. And you have to choose state. So when we do the main database entry, we'll have to put the postal address here, mailing address here,
Okay.
and GST number is already there. Okay, back to address. So you just click OK to save this.
This is a one-time entry, no?
So one time it's a master entry. No, you are creating a warehouse master. That's all.
Okay. And one more thing, your account person are not connecting with me. May I know why?
Accounts person is not in touch with you.
Yes, no one is touch with me without except
Uh-huh.
you.
How about Vetri? Vetri, I think is be in touch with
He
you.
just informed me over mail that by tomorrow I'll get in touch, but his tomorrow never come.
Sure. Okay, do one thing. Anyway, I will talk to them on phone because I am working from home. They are working from office. You can again give a reminder on the WhatsApp group we have.
Okay,
I'll also talk to them on phone.
sure,
You
no
can give a
problem.
reminder. Okay, fine. So we have created the address
Okay,
for the warehouses. Now, okay, warehouse, that is essential. And one minute. There's one more administrative level work, that is
सबको गुड मॉर्निंग
we
गुड
have
मॉर्निंग
to
सुनाना
say
और
under
की को सब लोग
which site. Like we have multiple sites, we are creating only one head office site. So
okay.
these will operate under. So this is administrative work. We
Sorry.
are no, this is the work of the administrator. This is not the work of the stores person. So
Okay,
once
okay.
we
I
create
know
the,
this thing.
so once it's done,
Hmm.
once the warehouse is created, you'll have to update it and map it to which site it is.
Yes.
So right now we have created only one site. If you want multiple sites, and if people will use the stage from different sites, then we can say HO site transaction or factory site transaction. Likewise, we can segregate it.
Okay.
Okay, done. Okay, fine. So we have created the fabric warehouse. Yarn also, like you want to, we can hold the yarn also in separate warehouse, or you want to put it in fabric warehouse itself.
Uh, you can put in another location like
Another.
Yan house should be
Yeah.
separate.
Okay, you can go to address, modify company, create yarn warehouse,
Mm.
modify company. Can you do that?
Sure.
Yeah. Top you have the menu warehouse. So insert, use the insert button at the bottom. Yeah, type yarn warehouse.
I think we already put it over the yarn. No, no, it's strange.
We have done the fabric, trims, general, and yarn. You can even create the garment warehouse.
That is the same. State.
Create Punjab. Yeah, please create one more for garment, other finished garments. Okay, back to address, same. Okay, done.
Now exit.
Yeah, one more thing. Um, would you keep your yarn at the knitting vendor? You have your own knitting facility, plus you also do the knitting with the vendors, no?
It's both.
It's both. Okay. So, would you keep the yarn in advance in knitting vendor's place, or before you give the knitting order, or you will give the knitting order and then send the yarn?
I'm not getting you.
Okay. Asking. Let us say you are having a knitting vendor.
Yes.
Other than your facility, you have a knitting vendor.
Yes.
Are you having a rented place in the knitting vendor facility building where you will keep your yarn?
No, no,
Or
no. Actually, after while we are giving that
knitting order?
yarns for knitting, na. So
Ah,
they means like they after they finishing the entire thing, they return back to us within time.
okay. So you will not store your yarn in a knitting vendor's place.
No, 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 no. We are not storing
Okay.
our players things over
Okay.
there.
In case you do that, then you can create a knitting vendor warehouse where
Because
you
some
can.
because it is not fixed now. Sometimes it is A person,
Okay.
sometimes it is B person.
Yeah,
So it's like that.
yeah, I understand. I can understand. Some clients, they have their standard vendor. I mean, a regular vendor.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
They don't have their own knitting facility. They will have a standard vendor where they will hold a warehouse. Like it will be their stock, but it will be present in knitting vendor's place.
I'm getting your point, but it is in our case maybe it is not like that.
It is not like that. Okay,
Yes.
fine, very good. So we don't need to create such a warehouse.
Yes.
Okay, fine, right. How many warehouse? How is the staff strength? Who is in charge, and how many people will make data entry?
There is only one person who's making the entries over there. The name
Oh,
of that person is Ankit. He is with me right now.
okay. Hello, Mr. Ankit.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good
Right,
morning.
right. Okay. So your warehouse, you will receive goods. QC entry, you will handle it, or somebody else will handle it.
कौन करता है
Quality control entry.
क्वालिटी चेकिंग कौन करता है
Quality check.
गेट वाला
Wait. Tun Tun.
there is one person, name of that person is Tuntun. He is checking the quality of the product.
Okay, fine. What I will do is I will show the workflow. You can decide who will do which transaction.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Right. So what we will do is we will start the stores module. I will give a brief overview what the merchants will do, and then I will get into the stores module.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So Of course, I'll be repeating myself for you. John.
हैगा और हैगा हीरो
मिशो भी होने लगा अब?
हाँ
Okay. Sure. Okay. Fine. Okay. Hello.
yes
Yes. Yes. So, I will explain the order module. Ankit, are you comfortable with my English?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, so this is the entry made by the merchant team. Merchant team, when they receive the order from the customer, they will make a order entry in the system. Okay. So you can see companies, your company name, buyer is, let us say, Wondrous Export. They are giving an order for a particular style. That style number you can see here, SBT S06. Okay. And for this order, you can see there are two components, top and bottom. So it's a woman's pant. So you have a top and bottom. Okay, two components in that order. It's a set order, right? It's totally 200 sets in one assortment, which goes on 30th November. There is another 200 quantity which goes on 7th December. Okay, so the second assortment, you can see it goes to Delhi. Okay, the first assortment also goes to Delhi, but in different dates this quantity is going, right? So in the assortment, in this woman's pant, we have two categories, like two colors, navy mustard and navy sky, and black white and navy white. Okay, two colors. So totally there are four colors. You can see in the summary, there are four colors. Totally 400 sets of this particular style, SBT S06. Okay. And when merchandiser makes this order entry, system will generate a unique order number. You can see it here, order number HO, your current location, 2122, your current financial year, BWEL, that is the buyer's abbreviation. Okay, Wondrous Export Limited, BWEL, and then D3, domestic order 3. If it is a foreign buyer, then this D will not come, just the number alone will come. Okay, so this is your order number. So whenever customer gives a confirmed order, merchant will make this order entry. Okay, you are able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Fine, fine, very good. So this is the order entry. So the main thing in the order entry is the garment colors, the garment quantities, SML, XL, what is the breakup, and the total garment quantity. And one more thing is the delivery date, by what date this quantity should be delivered. Okay. And most importantly for you, you should know what is the system order number, D3, and the system style is also given here, SBT S06. So throughout the software, you can use this style number and this order number to make the transactions, as well as to pull the information from the system. Okay, so this is the order number. After doing this order entry, merchant will go to the MRP module, materials requirement planning module. Okay. So in this module, they will plan what material is required for the order. Okay. So when they prepare the details, first thing they will do is in the process selection menu. These transactions you will not be doing, but I'm just showing you for you to understand the workflow. See, they will say for this order HO2122 BWEL D3, for this order they will do material purchase. So material purchase will be purchase of yarn, purchase of fabric, purchase of trims. Okay, so that is material purchase. They will do material purchase. After receiving the yarn, they will do fabric knitting. So after knitting, they will do decatenation, tentering, and once the fabric is ready and the trims is ready, it will go to production. Cut, sew, and pack. That will happen under production. Okay, this is a component order, so they will have to combine both the components into one set that they will do under poly packing. So these are the process. Okay, so they will define what are the main processes that we will do to execute this order. And for these processes in the system, you can make the purchase order to the vendor. So whichever supplier is going to do this process, or whichever supplier is going to send supply materials for them, based on these processes, you can make purchase order. Can I move to the next step?
Yes.
Okay. So you may the merchant has made the order, and for that order they are defining what processes they will do to execute that order. So that is the next step. And after this they will go into the specification module. Again, I'm taking the same D3. So in the specification module, there are two sections, fabric section and trim section.
नहीं सर काम नहीं निकालना करने के बाद तेरे पास आएगा
This is again done by the merchant. So in the fabric section, they will define in the system, they will say in the system what fabrics they are going to use. They are going to use, for example, the first row, fabric knitted, open with OPW, polyviscose spandex, interlock jacquard.
सर
Sorry?
सेवन सर के पास आया ये कुछ
Yeah, hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So merchant is going to insert this fabric, fabric knitted, open with PV spandex, interlock jacquard, PJ10, black and white color. Okay, and for this fabric, what yarns they will use? So PV and polyester spandex in the ratio 80 is to 20. Okay, so this they will define fabric wise. They will define the yarn. Okay, so there are two fabrics and two yarns for each of the fabric. Okay, and they will give the consumption, fabric consumption per garment. Okay, based on this consumption and the quantity entered in the order module, system will calculate total quantity required in kgs of that particular fabric. You're able to get that in the order module. They have already entered the garment quantities.
Yes.
So that quantity into 370. So that quantity into this consumption will give you the total requirement quantity. Okay, and then these are all like merchandiser work. So this is one part.
नीचे ही होगा.
The other part is trim section.
Yes. All this is the part of merchandising, na?
Correct, correct, correct. I'm just giving an exposure to show where the data comes from. So,
Okay.
oh, trims, no trims. Okay.
अभी तक जो भी दिखाया ना सारा का सारा मर्चेंडाइजिंग का पार्ट है. तेरे तुम्हें सिर्फ ये पता होना चाहिए कि कहाँ से लिंक्ड अप है, मतलब कौन सी चीजें कहाँ से लिंक्ड है.
So in the trim section, right? Yeah. In the trim section, merchandiser will insert the different trims. You can see draw cord, sewing thread, curtain, main label, size label, polybag, tag. Then you have the zip ties. Okay, these are different items. All these items are maintained in a separate master called the item master. I will show you that item master. From the item master, they will pull out this item and then put the consumption per garment. What is the requirement? And then calculate the total requirement. Okay. So this is how the fabric and trim requirement will be calculated. After doing this process, they will get the fabric and trims requirement or the bill of materials, what we call as the bill of materials. In a report, I will show you the bill of material. So there are various reports. I am taking this particular report, material estimation. Let us take this order D4. So double click. So you will get access to these areas to see the reports. So this is the material estimation or the bill of materials for the order D4. Okay. And the buyer name is Swami Textiles. Order quantity is sets. Okay. So what is the requirement for this order? For this order, under material purchase, we require polyester yarn 100 by 34D, count 100, 44 kgs. Similarly, 20 ME cotton 33 kgs. Like this, 4 different yarns, the requirement is given here. Then trim requirements, draw cord 1.57 kgs, Vardhaman sewing thread 60,638 meters. Then this one cotton blue putty 7 ply pasted 6 pieces. These are all the requirements.
Okay.
Requirements under material purchase. That is, these are all finished raw material which you are purchasing directly. Okay. After this, system will show what is to be knitted.
Okay.
One moment. Okay. So under purchase, yarn was purchased. And under knitting, that yarn will be converted into cotton polyester, cotton fleece. This will be the converted quantity, 51 kgs. There will be process loss and all that they will put it in the allowance. So 56 kgs, 3.15 kgs. And then this fabric will go to stentering. Stentering. After stentering, it goes to decutizing. And then it goes to fabric dyeing. All these are defined in the bill of materials. So for a given order, what is the purchase item? What is the process items? All these items are defined and calculated by the merchant, and it will be available in the system. After this, after creating the bill of materials,
Just a second. Just a second. Hold for a second. Just.
okay.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah. So the bill of yeah, hello, can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes.
So the bill of materials is created by the merchant. Then
Yes.
they will make suppose the material is not already there in your stock, they will have to make the purchases. If the
Hmm.
material what they require for the order is already available in your warehouse, then you can allow that material to that order and lock it.
Okay.
Okay. So if the material is not available, then purchase order has to be made and material has to be received from the supplier.
So
For
who's
that,
going to be? Who's going to be this purchase?
I don't know, you have to tell. You have the purchase department or you have merchandiser.
Merchandiser. Merchandiser.
Who talks to the supplier?
Merchandiser.
Okay, then they only have to make the purchase order.
Okay.
So whoever is talking to the supplier, only they have to make the purchase order.
Okay. So
So
maybe
against
now
the
at this moment you are showing me that is also the part of merchandising
this is
according
also
to.
part of merchandising work only.
Okay.
In some companies, there will be a separate department
I know.
where they will handle fabric and trims
Yes.
purchase
Yes.
separately.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So merchant will give the request only to the purchase department, and they will negotiate with the supplier and get the material on time.
Okay.
So here, after making the bill of materials, uh, the merchant will have to make the purchase order.
Hmm.
So when they make the purchase order, there are three types of purchases. One is purchase of finished raw material that comes as raw material purchase.
Okay.
Another kind of purchase is the service purchase, like you are making a knitting order, you are making a fabric dyeing order. Those are all services that you are taking. You are purchasing their services. You are giving the raw material.
Hmm.
They will do the service process on that and give you the processed goods.
Hmm.
So you are giving yarn, they will knit it and give it as a fabric. You are
Hmm.
giving gray fabric, they will dye it and give it as a dyed fabric. So you are
Hmm.
purchasing only the services. You are not purchasing the material from them. So that will
Okay.
come under process order.
Okay.
Then we have what is called as the work order.
Sorry.
So work order.
Okay.
Work order is in stage terms, it is purely stitching order.
Okay.
Okay. For production or stitching alone, we call it as work order.
Hmm.
Okay. So this work order can be given to your own internal factory, your own factories, or you can give it a job contract to other vendors also.
Okay.
So you will give the fabric and trims, or you may even give the cut fabric and trims to them, and they will stitch it as a garment and give it back to you.
Okay.
So you can give it to your own stitching unit or to the other job contracting units.
Okay.
So that will be under work order. Okay. Now I showed you one booking. Okay.
Hmm.
Only one order, one style. In one order, only one style can come in the system.
Okay.
So the next style has to go into a different order.
Okay.
Okay. Now regular, combined, and general. This is the further categorization of the purchase orders.
Hmm.
If it is, if the PO is made with only one order's requirement,
Yes, it should be regular.
it is regular.
Yes.
If two or more orders require the same
It is
item or
combined.
different items from the same supplier, from one supplier, if you are going to buy material for one order or multiple orders, same item or different items, that will be combined purchase.
Okay. If there will be that the supplier will be different, means there is a two or three suppliers, then it will come in a combined or regular.
No, each supplier separate purchase order.
So it means it comes in a regular.
No. Supply. See, purchase order can be made to only one supplier.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
like yarn supplier, you make a yarn purchase order. Fabric supplier, fabric purchase order.
Okay.
Okay, fabric supplier may supply yarn also to you. Then even then you will have to make two separate purchase orders. Then
Okay.
material wise, that will be restricted. Okay, and see, uh, if the supplier is different, you have to make a different purchase order.
Okay, okay, okay.
Why? Because each supplier you have to pay them separately. You
Hmm.
cannot club it into one purchase order. You cannot club multiple suppliers into one purchase order because
Okay,
each supplier has to be paid separately. And this purchase order that we do will link in the accounts module.
okay,
Okay, so you will select this purchase order for that particular supplier. You will make the payment.
okay.
Okay, so I was saying, if you are buying the fabric or yarn with for the purpose of only one order, then it is regular.
Hmm.
Two or more orders requiring the same yarn or different yarn from one supplier, then it will be combined purchase order.
Okay.
Without any style reference, suppose you are buying and stocking the materials,
Hmm.
then it will come under general purchase order.
Huh.
And all other materials like your consumables, like paper, stationery, electrical goods,
Hmm.
furniture, laptops, everything will come under general purchase order.
Okay.
Okay, let me just show you a purchase order. I am clicking on regular. So this is one purchase order from S Biotex to SB Creations.
Hmm.
Okay, and this is for this order
Okay.
HO22 SBPL P1. That
Hmm.
is the order in the system.
Hmm.
This is a trims purchase order. You can see trims,
Yes.
and the PO number is HO2122 TP1. So
Hmm.
each like order, purchase order also will have a unique purchase order number.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is why it is TP1. Okay, and this information, buttons, label, sewing thread, sewing, all this comes from bill of materials. I press
Hmm.
on P4. So this information will come from the bill of materials for 2122 SBPL P1.
Yes.
Okay, so from the bill of materials, this purchase order is made. So one purchase order can have multiple items made to one supplier.
Hmm.
Okay, and this quantity also comes from the bill of material. How much quantity to be purchased, that
Okay.
also comes from the bill of materials. And Marine will make the price entry. Your stock value will be based on this. 24 piece, 24 gross button, 75 rupees. So 24 into 75, that will be the stock value. You will add all the other cost also. So this is the purchase order. I will show you a purchase order. Main thing, to make a goods receipt entry, this PO number is essential. This order number is essential.
Okay.
So if it is a combined PO, it will order number will show as CPO. This is the purchase order printout. So you can take the printout in the print menu. Okay, or you can get it on email also. So S Biotex trims purchase order given to SB Creations. PO number is HO2122 TP1, and this PO has
बता दे
these
रहे
items:
थे।
buttons, label care, sewing thread,
Hmm.
quantities. Okay. So one more thing is the tax part. So the PO, they will select which tax applies, 5% tax or 12% tax. That will
Hmm.
be selected, and based on that, the PO amount will be calculated. So your stock valuation will be inclusive of these taxes.
Okay.
So this is the PO that is made. I have shown you a regular PO. Let me check whether we have done a combined PO. I think we have done. This is purchase of finished raw material.
Hmm.
This way. We have not made common view. Okay. Okay. Let me show you the service purchase orders. So here you can see these are all knitting orders. So knitting order can be made to a party like vendor Adi Knit Fab, or it can be made to your own knitting unit. Okay,
Hmm.
let's take that as Biotex. So this is a knitting PO made to S Biotex Knitting for the order D4. Okay, fabric knitting process.
Your connection was interrupted. Hello.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Maybe your connection was interrupted. That's why your call
Yeah,
disconnected.
I
Is it
think
now? Hello.
means hello.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. So process order for knitting. So this information comes from the bill of materials again. In the bill of materials, we would have specified what yarn we are giving and what fabric we are expecting on the knitting process. So you can see this is the fabric, single jersey, cotton polyester, dia 42. Okay. So for this fabric, system will automatically calculate the yarn from the bill of material. So we are giving two yarns, 1.6 kgs and 2.4 kgs for the knitting process, and we are getting 4 kgs of fabric. And when we make the PO, we are making it to our internal unit as Biotex Knitting, and we have specified the delivery date, and also we have specified what is the price at which the knitting is done. Okay, and this knitting will have a unique PO number, HO2122 PP3. Okay, so here again you can see a preview of the knitting PO. So this is the knitting order. So knitting order made to S Biotex Knitting. So these are the finished goods, these are the raw materials, and you have the price and total amount. Okay. So this is the purchase orders that will be done in the system. See, why I'm seeing these information is in stage, all stock will be maintained with respect to a PO. Okay. The stock is maintained and identified with a PO number. Okay. Like
Okay.
this stock is available, I mean, this is received against this PO. That will be the reference through which the stock will be stored. But initially, you can put an opening stock where there will not be any PO reference. It will have the opening stock number reference only. But once you start doing supplier POs and receiving material from the supplier, all stock will be stored PO wise only. So there is no, the valuation is not based on FIFO or LIFO method. It is purely based on weighted average weighted average cost of individual stocks.
Okay.
So, so that is the background based on which the inventory module will function. So we'll go into the inventory module.
Just a second. अब आ जा फटाफट आ जा बाकी काम जो भी है बाद में अब यस नाउ योर पार्ट हेलो
Yeah, we'll start.
यस वी कैन स्टार्ट नाउ
So what we are seeing is the inventory module, and various menus are available in the inventory module. You can see issue receipt.
yes
So under this menu, we will be making the goods receipt note.
okay
Issue the goods to next process. After receiving, we have to issue to production or cutting or to the vendor. Okay.
okay
So that issue of material and receipt of material will happen under the issue receipt module.
okay
QC and BP is quality control and bill passing.
okay
So after receiving a material, that material stock will not be active stock.
okay
Okay. You have to make a QC entry and identify that stock as passed or rejected, and then only it will get accepted.
okay
So you definitely a QC entry has to be passed, and whatever goods are which are marked as passed, that alone can be sent to the next process.
okay
There is one more category, seconds, that you can categorize. Seconds is neither passed nor rejected, but acceptable quantity. You may have to debit the supplier and then use that material.
okay
That comes under quality control and bill passing. Suppose if you have multiple locations where you are storing goods, then from one warehouse to another warehouse, if you are transferring material,
it's a material transfer
that is material transfer.
Hmm.
Okay. these are optional, gate entry and making GRN via gate entry.
Okay.
Sometimes at gate, when the factory is closed in the evening, the goods come in the midnight. You can make a gate entry at the gate and then convert that gate entry as a GRN in the next day.
Okay.
So if you need 2 levels of goods checking, then you can use the gate entry module. You can do a gate entry against the PO and then convert that gate entry as a GRN. But
Okay.
if it is optional, you can directly do a GRN.
Hmm.
Then this is advanced shipping notice. This is for the garments. Then for materials without an item code, you can do a returnable and non-returnable entry. Suppose some items you're not maintaining an item code. Let us say you have an air conditioner which you want to send it for service.
Hmm.
So you have to make a challan and send it to the service center.
Yes.
So you have to say returnable and create a challan for the AC service and create send it. Sometimes you are sending some garments for as a sample.
Hmm.
If it is non-returnable, then you can mark it as non-returnable and send the garments.
Hmm.
Okay. Most important is the item master, where the definition of all the items, be it yarn or fabric or trims or consumables or printing and stationery, electrical goods, all kinds of machines, everything will come under the item master.
Okay.
Okay. And you have one more module, online request. So this again is optional module. Like if the user department wants, let's say, IT department wants A4 paper, so they can make a request for A4 paper to the stores department, and the stores department will select that request and issue the material. So there will be a track who is requesting the material, to whom the material is sent. This is for the non-fabric, non-trims.
Okay.
Or for all general materials.
Okay.
So user department, if they want some consumables, then they can make a request for it, and then after approval of that request, they can issue the material.
Okay.
So that is online request. Okay, and then once the material is received, then you can do a PO closing. So when you do a PO closing, you will be able to say out of the ordered material, how much you received, how much is passed, how much is payable to the supplier.
Okay.
That is the purpose of PO closing. Okay. We will, as of now, we will leave out all the other transactions. You have the sample issue for issuing the samples. For general material, you have the other issue.
Okay.
And opening stock is when you begin for the first time, all the outstanding stock that you have as on date, as on 1st December, whatever stock that you can put it in an Excel and upload it into the system as an opening stock.
Okay.
Okay. And the others are other optional modules. We'll not go into that. Let me go into the item master.
Okay. समझ में आया?
So in the item master, all the items are maintained under these categories. So you can create your own category if it is not available already in the system.
So with the name of F6, with the keys F6, we can create it, na?
Not here. This is category that we have to do in the main master.
Okay.
So like you can see, for the yarn, these are the various items that have been already uploaded into the system. So under yarn itself, you can see polyester yarn, off-white, polyester, orange, navy. So different items are created. These items will be created by the merchant. Okay, as far as the yarn, fabric, and trims is concerned, merchants will be the person who will create these items. Since they are also under purchases, yes, they will be the ones who will be creating these items. And each item
Hmm.
We'll have an item code. System generated item code will be
Okay.
present for each of the item.
Okay.
So there will be a system generated item code. And one more thing is, for the purpose of GST,
Hmm.
each item should also have a HSN code.
Okay.
So HSN code is necessary so that it can be mapped to the GST reports.
Okay.
So, okay, you can see the yarn here. And let me also talk about the structure of the item master. So you have the classification, the main classification, which is defined in another master, like the major category, yarn, fabric,
Hmm.
labels, hand tags. So this will be defined in another master. That master I'm not opening now. So
और यार 15 मिनट की ट्रेनिंग है, उसको करना तो फिर आता है। उस ट्रेनिंग तो अभी बैठी उसकी। अरे रुको ना, ये जो खत्म हो रहा है इसको तो खत्म करने दो, फिर भिजवाता हूँ। कोई नहीं। चलो अच्छा ठीक है, अभी हमें काम करने दो, फिर हम भेजता हूँ। हाँ ठीक है, बाय। यस यस।
okay, so this is the major category. Under this major category, you will be defining what is the content of the item, what is the material name. Material name is generally how it is known in the market.
Okay.
And then article number, like whatever reference number it has, that will come under reference number.
So the reference which is over there, is it correct or not?
This is, we have done it in the test DB. Maybe we have to move this into the material name when we
Yes.
do the live.
Yes.
live database.
That's why I'm asking now, because that is the
Yeah.
material name is there.
Material name. So maybe whatever Excel that I had sent you, no, you can have a discussion with Mr. Ashish again and then redo that Excel and send it to me.
Sure.
Color or design number will come here. Okay. And one more thing is, any dot or dash also, we create exactly like this and put a dot, then it becomes a different item code.
Okay.
This combination, this entire combination, it creates an item code.
Okay.
Classification, content, material name, reference, color, count, and the specification or width.
Okay.
So the concatenation of all this data becomes an item code.
Okay.
So if the same item code, same description is repeated with another dot or a dash, it becomes another item. Okay. So
it's like database. Now in database, the values we put over there, so automatically with reference at another item.
Correct. It becomes another item if there is even a small change.
Small changes over there. Yes.
Okay. So this is yarn. Likewise, we have done other items like buttons, cartons, carton sticker, etc. Let us take the fabric. In the fabric, there are two categories that we are following now.
Yes, one is open width and one is
open width. Open width will be having the width of the fabric. So open width will have the width of the fabric, and it can be estimated in kgs and calculated in meters also. Similarly, in the case of fabric knitted, it will be treated as a tubular fabric, dia.
Okay.
Okay. That also calculated in kgs and meters. So then you have other terms like elastic. But the structure is same. Classification plus content plus material name plus reference, color, count, specification. This is the structure of item. All type of items, consumable, stationery, electrical goods, or terms, they'll have to come under this structure only.
Okay.
And how we use the data, we'll have to decide what will go into the material name, what will go into the reference number. That only we will decide, and we'll have to standardize that.
Okay.
So that any new item that we create will follow that rules or that procedure it should follow, and it should fall in this structure. Okay, so this is the item master. Now let us make a goods receipt note. Okay. So I am the stores person. Today material has come in. In the material, when the material has come in, supplier give the supplier challan.
Yes.
So we will give the delivery challan. His delivery challan he will give, and in that delivery challan they will refer to our purchase order number. Generally, they will have to put in our reference number, and against which purchase order they are delivering. So if you know that information, so based on that, let us say we go to the issue receipt. To make a GR, and we click on add. Okay. So let me say, okay, 1 minute. Issue receipt. Most importantly, we'll have to define the date ranges. Each individual user ID, we will be defining the date ranges. So all transactions in that date range alone will get listed in the system.
Okay.
So I'm clicking on add.
Yes.
Let's say I'm clicking. Let's say I'm receiving the material for a particular RD4, or if I'm making a combined PO, I will select CPO here. CPO, PO, GPO, general purchase order. If I'm making a non-fabric, non-trim
Yes.
purchase order, that will come under GPO.
Okay.
If we are selling material, let us say we are selling some old fabric.
Okay.
Then we can do a sales order, and then we will mark it as general sale order. That in that case it will become GSO.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last one is, what is this?
That is RPO, I think. Reprocess order.
Just a second. Just a second.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So RPO is reprocess PO. Sometimes in the line there will be a lot of rejections. Let us say there is a fabric rejection or yarn rejection.
Okay.
Or after receiving the material from knitting, from dyeing, you are not satisfied with the dyeing, then you will send it for a reprocess. So in that case, we will have to make a reprocess PO. So that time we will select the RPO and make the invert. Okay. Let us assume that I have received material for D4.
D4. Okay.
Let us say I am receiving some yarn. Select yarn. So when I have selected this no yarn PO.
Yarn is not there.
Yarn PO we have not made. Let us say we will do some trims. Let us say selecting trims.
Okay.
So from Neelkant packaging, I am receiving some material. So from Neelkant packaging, from will be Neelkant packaging.
Sure.
To which stores? Stores. To trim stores.
Okay.
Although it is one building, you can separate it as fabric store, trim store, like that. So
okay.
You can say trim warehouse and then click on detail. So whatever materials you put in that trim PO, TP3 to Neelkant, that will get listed here.
Okay.
So
ये वैल्यू फिल्टर करनी है, ऑटोमेटिकली नीचे सारी आ जाएगा डिटेल के ऊपर क्लिक करने के बाद कि वहां से ये जो चीजें थी ये आनी थी, इनमें से क्या आया है वो आगे हमने फिल अप करना है. Yes.
And you can see system will automatically generate the GRN number 2122 HO IDMP T1.
Okay.
GRN date will default will be today's date. Material invoice also today's date, PO date, and then vendor DC number. So you have to type in the vendor's challan number.
Okay.
If the vendor has given an invoice, then you can type the invoice number also and
okay.
Invoice date also you can
okay.
select it. These are all like Of course, it's optional, but it's better you select this. So
Yeah,
that
it's better to put over there.
if you put it, it will list in the accounts also. So you will
Ye-
get a reference.
Yes, it is also better for the trace outing, na?
Correct. One more option you have is other delivery info, where also you can put what is the lorry number, invoice quantity, gate entry number, transporter details, whether you paid any packing charges or insurance, etc. These details also you can update it here so that it will reflect in accounts.
Okay.
Now, this is the items that you have ordered. You can see as I put the focus on this row, at the top you can see PO quantity. As per PO, I have ordered 6 pieces. How much I have to receive, pending to receive, again is 6 pieces.
Exactly.
Okay. So when I put my focus on each of the row, it will show here it will show what
It
is
will
the
show the exact quantity which we have to order.
you have to receive. Suppose you have already received some 10 pieces, then it will show 37. Balance to receive, it will show 27 here.
Okay.
Okay.
After putting the values over there, then, na?
Yes. So if you have made some partial receipt, then if you click this button, that will show up here. We have not received any material, so this button will not work now.
Okay.
At the bottom, you can see set button. Set button means as per PO quantity, you have received everything, that will get set. That quantity will get set. Okay. Otherwise,
Okay. It means with the set button, it means the quantity we are asking from him, na? So he already given that quantity. So after clicking set button, it automatically enters over there.
What is there in the PO, that quantity will set here.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So here, let's say
सारी आ गई तो सिर्फ चट पे क्लिक करके ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएंगे. पर कम ज्यादा ही है तब हमें डालना है. 110.
okay.
हाँ वो 6 थी.
Here you can see 2 columns.
Yes.
Declared and received.
Yes.
Declared is what is available in the supplier challan.
Okay.
Okay, supplier challan says 6. You can enter 6. Received also will be the same as declared, because as soon as you receive, you are not going to do the quality check.
Okay.
When you do the quality check only, you will find out how much the quantity they have set and how much goods are passed. So
sorry, please pardon me.
No, when you are receiving, you are not doing any QC check. You are just receiving based on the supplier challan.
Yes.
Subject to inspection, you will receive as per supplier's challan.
Yes.
So the declared also will be 6 and received also will be 6. In the next module only, we will be entering any change in quantity. We will be entering in the next module only.
Okay. This is the first step which we have to put over there.
Yeah. First step, supplier is saying, I'm giving 6 in the challan. We are also saying, okay, as per your challan, I'm receiving 6.
Got your
point. In the next module, we will be entering the quantity as well as quality.
Okay.
So here, the next one is 110 pieces. Let us say I'm receiving, supplier is saying only 50 is sent. Partial. So you are receiving partially.
Okay.
37. This one is again 37. This one is again 37. So as per PO. Okay. So this is what I'm entering here. Okay. And that's it. Then you can click OK to save this GRN. Yes. So this is a goods receipt note and it will get saved. Do you want, in case you want to give a challan, acknowledgement to the delivery person, you can print this goods receipt note and give it as an acknowledgement. So this is the goods receipt note. It says S Biotex, your company logo will come here. Goods receipt note. Your GRN number is 2122 HO 80 inward delivery metal purchase. Trims first GRN. GRN date for which order you are receiving, where you are receiving, trims warehouse, style number and all these details will come. And then we will see the material. What is the material quantity? This is the tax and the value of the material. Okay, this is the GRN, goods receipt note that you have done. Okay. So you have done received partially. Let us say there is one more material coming separately for this. I can go again. So in the morning you received this material. Evening again, whatever is balance they are sending.
Okay.
So you have to select again trims.
Yes.
and PO number from Neelkant,
Yes.
Factor 2, same stores,
Stores.
and
And trims.
from warehouse. Okay, so click on
Detail.
detail. The same list of items will come.
मुझे
Okay,
पता चल जाएगा कि सुबह ही आई थी, आने को जरूरी नहीं है अभी कुछ भी.
so here when I put my focus, it will say PO quantity 6. What is
Yes.
pending to receive? 0.
0. Yes.
Because I received already all this
In the morning. Yes.
in the morning. So if I want to check, I can click this delivery breakup here. It will show which transaction, how many pieces you received. It is our transaction number.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, here you can see the breakup.
What is this history written over there, MP?
Material purchase, from where it is coming. Against
Okay.
after, if it is coming after knitting, it will show FB. If it is coming after fabric dyeing, it will show FD.
Okay.
Okay, like that. Your other material. This one, you're supposed to receive 60 pieces more. Pin the tag. Okay, so I am entering 60 here. Okay, all other items you have received fully. So for the same supply, I'm making 2 GRNs. Okay, this is, let us say, this is a different challan, different vendor DC number. Maybe it will be the same invoice, but I just entering the value. So this is the second GRN that I'm doing. So I'm clicking. So 2 GRNs. This goods has come into the system. So once you have made the goods receipt entry, to check, you go to reports. So I'm going into the module reports. Stock value as on date. The first report. Material, trims, arguments. I'm selecting the warehouse. Let us say I'm selecting trim warehouse. Apply. There are many formats. Right now I'm choosing format C. Retrieve. So these are the materials I have received. I received six items, six pieces. Okay, and my closing stock is also 6 as on this date. Okay. But 6 is related to this purchase order TP3. Okay, it is linked to this order number D4. Okay, so all stock will be stored PO base only. If there is another stock, it will have a different PO number.
Okay.
This 6 pieces is TP3 stock. Okay, that's how the stock will show. So here in format C, you can see the stock information, how much is received. You can see receipts, transfers, and issues. And then finally, what is the closing stock you can see. There is one more format, format D. Retrieve. These are, you have the PO number TP3, receipts is 6. One more thing you can see is at the end, what is the passed quantity? Out of 6, how much is passed, how much is rejected? What is the QC status? Whether QC is done or not. QC is, Y means it is done, N means not done. Okay. Okay. So use format D, you can get this additional information also.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is whenever you do a transaction, you can if you have some queries, you can come and check here for the status. Okay. Now
where it comes from? Sorry, where that reports comes from?
From reports.
Click on
all
reports.
Module will have a reports menu.
Okay, got it.
There you can go and there are various reports. I have suggested only this report as of now. Stock value as on date.
Okay.
Now, after making this receipt, you will have to do a QC entry.
Okay.
Only if you do a QC entry, it will become active stock. Otherwise, it is inactive stock only. It will be there in the system, but you cannot make a transaction unless you do a QC entry. So you go to QC and bill passing. Under QC and bill passing, you have the quality control. Okay, quality control. So you click add, and you choose. If it is common PO, you can choose PO. Otherwise, you select the particular order number.
Okay.
Okay, and select the particular PO number.
Okay, Neelkanth, yes.
When you select that, it will show what are the receipts that you have made. There are two receipts you have made, T1 and T2. Okay, I'm selecting T1. So I am entering my test number. Okay.
So that test number that we have to put over there.
We have to put. Or we can, it is optional only. You can
Okay.
ignore all.
Okay.
So under the first GR and T1, I have 5 items, cartons, tags, zipper, like this.
Yes, yes.
That is why for carton, I'm clicking insert here. 6 pieces. How much is passed? 6 pieces passed. Okay. I can say if there is some rejected, I can say rejected.
Just
or
a
I can
second.
say
Just a second. Yes, now.
Okay. Similarly, next one, tag. Okay, insert. 50 pieces is declared. Let us say I find only 40 pieces. I don't find extra 10 pieces that he has declared. So it will not come under rejected, it will not come under seconds. It will go to shortage.
Okay. Automatically it will go to shortage.
It will go to shortage. Okay, this is for the tag. Okay,
Sure.
then I will take this zipper.
Okay.
Zipper is 37 pieces as per supplier chain 37. I find 30 pieces passed.
Okay.
And
7 is rejected.
7 pieces rejected. Okay, so I have to say insert, return to reason F6, F6 shade variation.
Okay, these reasons we have to put over there.
One, it's a master. One time you have to say why you are rejecting. How many pieces you are rejecting? 7 pieces.
7. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is rejected.
It is in rejected. It is not directly that we can put the values over there. With some specific reason we have to put there.
Yes. If you are rejecting, you have to say for what reason you are rejecting.
Sure.
And one more thing, you have to say to whom it should be returned or debited.
So its name may be automatically come now, because from whom we received. So and over there we are working on it. So it automatically received maybe maybe there.
Sometimes after dyeing, you want to reject the material, but rejection is not due to dyeing, but it may be due to stentering process or washing process.
Okay.
So in that case, you have to select another supplier, previous supplier, not the current supplier.
Okay. Okay.
So that is why you have to choose the supplier there.
Okay.
Let me take this fourth case. Again 37 pieces, but I find for this supplier 3.5, instead of 37, they have sent 40. So it says QC is entered more than, do you want to allow? Click yes. So here it is not allowing to accept more than 40. What you can do is, I can put after more than 37, I can put 37 here, and this excess I can put it here. Free. So it will become PO surplus.
Okay, PO surplus.
When it is PO surplus, it will not list in the accounts for payment. Only 37 will list in payment.
Okay.
So then you may have to, if you want to pay this, then you have to give allowance and make this 40 here.
Okay.
There is an allowance module separately. Okay, where you have to say for this PO, I'm giving 2% allowance, 3% allowance to receive extra, and then you have to make it 40 here.
Okay.
If that allowance is not given, you have to move it to PO surplus. PO surplus will be there in the stock, but it will not go for payment.
Okay.
Right? Fine. Then the other option, it was 37. Okay. Now let us say here again 30 is passed. Then let us say other 7 pieces you can use it, but it is not so good quality. So let us say F6. So I'm saying 7 pieces is seconds. For this, I will not accept it at 100% value. I'll say 60% only we can pay for that.
Hmm.
Okay. Sometimes it happens like you will negotiate with the supplier saying that okay, 7 pieces quality is not good, but still I will make use of it, but I cannot pay 100%. I'll pay 60% value for that. So in that case, you have to put how much percent you're going to debit.
Okay.
Okay. So this is for seconds, right? So this is how the QC entry is made. Then you can click OK and say if you have accounted for all the quantity received, then system will automatically say QC will be marked as completed.
Hmm.
Yes. So this is the goods inspection note. So GRN number, order number, PO number, warehouse, and then the QC number, the item details, how much QC was done, how many pieces, how much is passed, how much is rejected, how much is excess. That information you can get it. This you don't need to print out. It is already available in the system. Who has a user login, they can log in and check this. So the one advantage is if it is there in the database, you don't need to print it. Why print unnecessarily when you can directly log in and see? So this is the QC entry. Now, if QC entry is completed, then you can go to QC reports and see the QC status. Select, see the detail, different formats, and just see the details. How much received, how much QC done, what is pin still pending, the details you can see. So this report option, other report shows past seconds, the register. Okay. In the main inventory reports also, in Solia on date, so here you can see the QC status. Y. This one is N. Yeah. Okay, here I think receipt is 100, but I have made Q only for 40. Okay. So it is QC fully completed.
Okay.
Right. So this is so you can ask for every transaction that you do, you can check various reports. Other report you can mainly see is GRN register. On a given day, what all receipts that you have made, you can see in the GRN register. Let's say I want to see trim arrows on this particular date. What are the receipts I have made? Retrieve.
और दूसरा ना उसका शायद आपने कोई व्यक्ति के ऊपर
So
कोई
this
नंबर
shows
डाला हो।
what are the that are made in a particular date,
चलो मैंने आपको ना
like your
नंबर वो
CRM
बताऊंगा,
ledger.
नंबर दिया ना आपको मैंने, वो लगवाया ना, उसको जा से डालना, ठीक है।
You can export it as an Excel also.
हाँ जी सर।
One more thing,
उसके सर ब्लैक वाली रिब नहीं मिल रही है सेम ब्लैक टैरी की। चलो वो मैं दे देता हूँ।
I'll take this particular
कर दिया उसका क्लियर,
item for
अभी तो क्लियर किया सर उसका।
Okay.
वो बोला वो नंबर उसका कोई गलत डाल
Let us
दिया
use this
मुझे।
1966. This is the item code HO 1966 tag.
मतलब उसने डिलीवरी वाले ने नंबर को
There's
गलत
another
डाल दिया,
option
दूसरा
called the
डाल
item
दिया।
ledger. I'm going into the item
तो
ledger.
सुदर्शन से बात कर रहे हैं उसी से।
Ledger format, material type,
ठीक।
items, warehouses from warehouse. So I'm selecting this particular item. Between this date range, whatever transactions I have done for different POs, different orders, that will come as ledger total. So for this tag, IDMP T1, 50 is received, 40 is balance, 60 is received, 60 is received, total 100, 110. And this 10 is AP surplus, I think. Okay, so you can see how much you have in balance. QC done, QC passed, 10 rejected. No, 10 goes into shortage. 10 is shortage against 50. 10 is shortage. So this is the item ledger, which will give you the breakup of the transactions of that particular item. If you want to see item wise, you can see this report. So these are the main reports, like stock value as on date, GRN register, item ledger. And there are other reports depending on the transactions that we use. These reports will be used.
Okay.
What I will do is, at this moment I will stop. Again in the evening we will connect for Fab.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, we will stop now. We will connect around 4:30. We will connect for the Fabric.
Okay.
Okay, so because I don't want to dump all information one time.
Yes.
Grasp it, and then we will do it again in the evening.
Sure.
So I'll disconnect now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.